282. Good morning. How you doing? Very good. Come on over. Sturgis? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sticking with the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah?
It's been about 3 weeks.
Okay. Mustache is looking pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
big.
It's all right.
You sell any other mustache waxes from the fresh beards?
From Fresh Beard,
Yeah.
I do have some little mustache
I
wax.
got that beach one.
The mustache wax you
Yeah.
do? I've got the 1920 in the little stick you have.
Yeah.
I may have only got that. You know, I do have the 1920, and that's it. And then I've got a mustache wax in the Suavecito. Yeah, I've got one of those if you want it. I don't know if I've got a scent on it. The sticks are nice though.
Yeah, they got a lot of scents.
Yeah. Did you go check it out online?
Yeah.
I guess I don't have one out.
You're all good. You don't have
No, I've got one. I've got a new one, and then I thought I had one out that I was using. I didn't. Let's smell it. Oh. Things are good? You're back to work? Or you still on vacation?
I think the last time you saw me was like the last day of vacation. So I've been back in now for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good too. That's so
Yeah, I love the beach one. It's great.
What's you?
Not much. Just getting ready. I'm going up to Washington again in 2 weeks. So on this top, you want to just take a little bit off, or you liking the length of it?
Maybe just a little bit off. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the week where like all the parts come out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been packed. I mean, that's kind of cool to see it like that. You know, I've been watching it for the last 2 or 3 days.
When does it start getting back?
Like about 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
The whole street just completely packed with it. I mean, it's just insane how many people. I don't know if you have looked what today's Sunday, so. And I don't know when the festival begins and ends. I don't know if it's a week-long deal or just a weekend or 2 weeks. I've never been to it. I've been to Bike Week in Daytona when we lived in Florida, and that was pretty insane. Just a bunch of drunk bikers, man. quite a few years ago when I went down Daytona bike week. Okay, look down just a bit. Yeah, this time I'm gonna fly up to Washington. Kind of getting tired of that drive. A long drive.
You've done it often just recently.
What's that?
You've done it often just recently.
Yeah, well, since I've been going up a lot since the last 5 years. My dad got sick, and
Yeah.
I was going up a lot to see him. And then after he passed away, going up and getting the place situated. He was sick for a little while, and then let the place go. What happened to her?
You get your mom out of the old place.
No, she's still in it. We got the house up for sale. She had a full price offer, but they were asking for 1.5% for closing costs, and my mom and the realtor felt like they could get a better deal. I think they should have taken that offer, but it was only 2 days after it had been on the market, so they probably, and I didn't argue it because I thought we got the same thing since they got an offer that quick that they could get multiple offers, but nothing yet. Got an open house today. Realtor's working real hard to get it sold. It'll sell. The average up there is about 60 days. But you might have to come down on the price. I mean, it worked out to be about $10,000 off that one. The asking price is $640, so it was about $10,000. But
But they're gonna have to pay in closing.
yeah, they should have taken it. I mean, that's not that much compared to what she's asking for it. But I think that my mom didn't really want to sell to them because she was concerned about them running their business out of the property. So they're going to be sharing a driveway. So my mom was concerned about these big trucks coming up and down the driveway. And I told her, I said, we can't be picky like that because you could sell it to a little old lady, and then the first day she moves in, all 20 of her grandkids come in with their hot rods and start racing up and down the driveway.
Yeah.
You can't be that picky like that. So it's kind of the price you pay by selling off the house. And she's been living there since '73, and it's a big long driveway back to the house. And then she's going to be out in the front. So whoever buys the house is going to have to drive past her new house to get to theirs. Just a little bit, they're sharing a little bit of the driveway, but she's going to have to probably, understand it. She's going to lose some of her privacy that she's had for the last 50 years of that house that way back. So I'm going to go up there and rent a truck, and once I get up there and move all the stuff that she's been packing up into storage. We've got a couple of outbuildings that we're able to store it in, but just in case she gets a someone who wants a quick 30-day closing. I don't have to do it all at once. If they lower the interest rates, it's going to change the housing market. I think a lot of people are stuck having to wait until hoping that happens.
The interest is still up there, right?
Yeah, 6-7%. So that just means, that a lot of people can't really afford to upgrade their home. They may be sitting on it living in it for a few years now and want to move up or even down. It goes both ways because a lot of people are, kids go off to school and they have a six-bedroom, four-bath house, with a 2% interest rate. It makes no sense to downsize and go to a smaller place and go back to they probably could pay cash for it. They downsize, but still people like to finance homes, They don't want to. They've been used to paying that low interest rate, and then the stock market's been averaging over 10% a year, so it makes financial sense to just have a mortgage and then put the extra money that you pay on your house into the stock market, because even over time, 4% difference adds up to being a lot of money. So when you get cheap money like that, sometimes it's a smart move to have some debt, especially when it's, an asset like a home. It's better to be debt free, but if you got a 2-3% mortgage, it makes no sense to pay it off. You just, if you can make 10% on the average on the stock market for your retirement money, makes more sense to pay yourself.
Yeah, we got our house just in 2020.
Did you? That's great. The best percentage is paid off, but 2-3% is, incredible. My place here's paid off, but when once my lot at the street closes, it's supposed to close in a couple weeks.
Oh, you got an offer on it?
Yeah, I've had an offer on it for quite a while. It's had a 4-month closing because they're going to put a Sherwin-Williams paint store there.
Okay.
So the commercial stuff just takes longer. Sometimes they close, so I'm supposed to close. They could always cancel the deal, but they're past their due diligence. If they can't cancel the sale now, they'll end up having to keep giving you the $15,000 earnest money that it's in escrow now. So I can't see them backing out of the deal, but you never know. When it comes to the county, it's real difficult to build here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to go through.
Yeah. Nice seeing the town grow.
Yeah. They bought my lot, and then they bought the lot next door to me up there that has the printing business on it. So it gives them 3/4 of an acre. And I bought it, I bought it 4 years ago, and I'm making like $60,000 on it. So I'm not making a whole lot of money, but that's after everything. all the holding costs for me to hold it and the taxes and all that. I'm coming out making 60 grand. So that's, 12, 15 grand a year profit off of it.
Oh yeah.
And that's after my taxes and everything. I'm going to walk away with about 60 grand.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's such a good spot that if I sat on it another 10, 15 years, I'd probably come out with 300, 400 grand profit. Just the way where it's located and the way the town's growing. Once the floodgates open up on the commercial and they start putting everything in here, anything on the strip here is going to be a gold mine.
Is there a big buildup getting commercial out here?
The problem is the county wants a lot of concessions. They think because you're, they force you to do so. They force you to do what they should be doing. I mean, example would be, I don't know if you've ever driven down Wilson Road where the old Binion property is.
Yeah.
So if that property gets developed, they're going to make them repave from Leslie all the way to the highway because it's going to cause an impact. I don't know if you've driven down Basin. They redid Basin, but they got money from Circle K. They got money from that HOA right across the street. And if anybody builds on that street up there, they have to pay a portion of that money.
Yeah, I see that now.
So that's why we don't have a Sam's Club, because the Sam's Club was going to go into Home Depot parking lot, and then the county, believe it or not, wanted them to pave from Home Depot to the 95, 28 miles of highway that they wanted them to pave, and they said, fuck that, we'll just stick with what we've got.
That's nuts.
So that's why we don't have a Sam's Club, and we just got the Home Depot. So when they build that, and that's kind of why I backed out. I was just gonna build something on it. I was gonna put my shop in there, but I mean, when I bought it, it came with the plans that were already approved for the county initially to put a coffee shop there, like a Dutch Bros coffee. I felt that it's on the wrong side of the street, but as the town grows, if there was a little coffee shop right there, it's still not a bad deal, an alternative to Starbucks that's across the street. And the guy that had the sandwich store next door, he owned it. That's who I bought it from. And that's what he was going to do. Once he had the sandwich store up and running, his plan was to go there and open up the drive-through coffee. It was only a 400 square foot building. But I realized that when I went, if I was going to build, that they'd probably make me do something there at that intersection. That's where the two stop signs are at, and it's not the most safest place when you're coming in off of 160 there, because if somebody's turning, they can't see you coming down the highway. They just look at the stop sign and the traffic in front of them. So it's had a couple accidents since I've been here already. Somebody got creamed. Somebody was going north, and they were turning to go left, and they just totally took them out. So, having said that, I was concerned that they were going to make you put in like a little kind of a roundabout right there, so somebody coming off the highway couldn't hit you, and there's, like an island in the middle to force everybody to have to go right, versus you can go right or left out of there now, like they did over here. Or even worse, they would make, and we'll see, they may have forced them to the alleyway back here is not paved. So as this fills in, they're going to probably make them pave the alley.
Wow. That's nuts. I mean, I think that should fall on the county.
It does fall on the county, but that's how they get away with not spending money like that, But they'll definitely. I mean, I'm not into the politics stuff, but these guys just voted themselves a raise. But they denied the business that wanted to come in and build a warehouse up here And all the warehouse was going to do was store. There's going to be a supply for solar, and they denied it. It was going to hire, they were going to have people employed here, and just weird.
Yeah.
Small town politics.
Yeah.
Had I not got a really good deal on my lease here, I would have tried to build the building, and I would have tried to expand it. So there was like two spaces in there. Is kind of what I wanted to do, so I could put my little shop in there, and then have like a little coffee shop or something, or insurance or real estate, something like that, in there.
Yeah. Our place is doing really well.
Yeah. Little ice cream shop. I mean, somebody did open up an ice cream shop down the street here. Something like that. Real good. I even thought, well, shoot, maybe just wait it out, because once we get to a certain size population, we're going to have to start doing the smog test, and that would be a perfect little drive-through smog test, even though that could be a few more years, but it's going to happen. All these people might get grandfathered in or something. I don't know how they do that, but I think once we get incorporated, or we get to a certain number of people, I think it's 75,000, but I don't know for sure. That's going to piss everybody off when that happens. But what a good spot for it, right there on the drag, or even like a drive-through oil change place, because we really don't have just an oil change place. We just, the places in here. I mean, I drive to Vegas. I'm going to try out this hotel next couple weeks and get the oil change for myself. But I usually just go to Terrible's in Vegas.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. We will find out the next census. I don't know if that's 2030, but I know that Trump's talking about redoing the last census, which I don't think they're gonna come through and count everybody again. I think they're just gonna take off the non-documented and the illegal aliens off of the last census. It's gonna be a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, because mostly the general public doesn't realize that the census have always included non-citizens. Whoever's here gets counted, and he's going to change that, and it's going to only be actual U.S. citizens. So that's why a lot of like California is all Democratic. All districts are completely Democrat, and it's because they count the illegal aliens. So there's no way anything ever changes. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news or not, but that's like the latest thing that he's trying to do. Which, I mean, imagine though, we don't really have a true representation, and that's kind of why they didn't want to close the borders off the last administration, because anybody who's here, whether you're illegal or not, got counted in the census. So they let people in on the Democratic side, and they want that to happen so they get more votes and get more districts. Now, what side you lean on, it doesn't matter, but I mean, it really does kind of suck, because the people are a lot more conservative. The general public tends to be a lot more conservative than what is being portrayed on the media and what's being portrayed on the districts. Like my old neighborhood in Vegas on the Centennial side, that's part of Pahrumps Congress, the Hafen. If you drive over there on the northwest side of town, you see Hafen's picture during election. And like, why is that guy? Because he's from Pahrump. It's because that's how they divide up the map. And how they say if they took that off there, that it would change things. Yeah, it needs a little bit off, I think. Like we're starting to move it in. There's the first one, first couple. That whole street will become completely packed. Well, it has been the last 2 or 3 days. I mean, this is Sunday. I don't know if it's the last day. A lot of people might be leaving town, but now you start to see them, see the more and more bikes coming in over there. We'll just park and drink. This green building up here that was the tire store. You know, it didn't last. And
Oh, really?
no, it's closed. It's been closed. It closed real fast. Word was that they were overcharging people, so people didn't really use them, so they failed. I mean that place is $5,600 a month for rent. It's a lot. But there's supposed to be a new automotive shop going in there. Maybe they'll keep it green.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if they turn it a different color or keep it that awful green. But it definitely attracts the attention.
The dispensary when they first painted
Yeah. Well, evidently that tire store was somewhere over by Irene's and downtown over there, and they were doing really good. They were very popular, and just goes to show you, they'll start messing around and just following the word. You know that people always kind of like. You always got to keep expanding your business and open up another location. A lot of times that just move to a better spot. Once you move, that was kind of my concern too. Even if I just moved up the street, 'cause this shop's been here for over 40 years in the same spot. You know, so it's just.
Now, what do you know what's going in next to the source, next to Maverick? What they're putting up on
Next to
the
Maverick. Under our map. Oh, that's another gas station, and it's going to be a Sbarro pizza and a Rally's hamburgers. Yep. You know the Sbarro pizza, right? I've seen it. Yeah. So that's going to be inside the gas station, and then there's going to be like a Rally's dry hamburger place. I don't know if you've ever been to a Checkers hamburger place or Rally's. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
exact same thing. It's just one's called Rally's, the other one's called Checkers. And then next door to the Arby's, which was gonna be the Dutch Bros Coffee, but they backed out of the deal, so that's gonna be a Midas.
Okay.
So we'll get the Midas over there, and then something going in this green building that's automotive. You know that next door to the Chipotle is the new Goodwill. You see all the roofing trusses are laying there in the parking lot next door to Chipotle. So they've already started to do the dirt work over there for the Goodwill. And they'll close the other one up the hill. We have a brand new one there. And then believe it or not, we're getting another Mexican restaurant. You go to Mom's, right directly across from the street from Mom's is a brand new building that they're building, and that's going to be another Mexican restaurant. That'll make 19 or 20 actual Mexican restaurants that we have here in Pearl. Yeah, because I think the 19th one was the one that's opening up next to Albertsons. It's not open yet. It's in the old Supercuts building over there. So that's going to be a taco shop.
I've never noticed it was that
Oh yeah, there's two right next door to each other behind Walmart. One on one end and that Rivas, and then a full service Mexican restaurant in the same shopping center.
Huh.
And then we've got Tina's right here next door. Romero's behind us.
Maria's in the gas station, right?
Maria's in the gas station, and then
Cabas.
the old restaurant behind us, that big one, that Italian restaurant, supposed to be a steakhouse, but I haven't seen any action on that.
I think someone would do something with
That's going to be the steakhouse.
Okay.
That's supposed to be a steakhouse, and it's supposed to be the fifth or sixth one that they have. But I don't know haven't heard anything else about.
Yeah, that was short-lived. Honestly knows. I think that was only open, what, 1 year, 2 years or so? By the time I was graduating.
What? When you graduated?
When I graduated high school.
Been a minute. What year did you graduate again? Nice. Oh, nice.
Last 15 years.
My 40-year high school reunion was 2 weeks ago. I didn't go. I'll go to the 50s. But still,
Any of them?
no. I went to Donna's 10-year.
Yeah. I haven't gone to any of mine.
Yeah, I went to Donna's 10-year, got all shit-faced. That was a long time ago. Donna's turning 53 next week. Couple weeks on the 13th.
Looking good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that looks good.
That's great.
Yep. Donna will be 53. That's the only one she went to, was her 10-year. Oh no, we did. I went to her 15 or 20-year. Yeah, that was at a different spot. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
I just noticed the shirt.
Huh?
I just
Oh,
noticed
yeah.
the shirt.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you.
You are welcome. All right. Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have a good one. All right, take care.